Alright, guys, this is Jordan from Game Guys with Bryce, team member of Game Guys, and Team Fafnir.
Woo! Let's go. Yeah, I'm Bryce Sharp. I finished 7th at the Fort Worth Regional at X2. I lost to 2 Draco Tails. I lost a Heartbreaker last round. Then I lost to the undefeated Draco Tail player round 7. And I was playing a 41 card Maliss build, Maliss Deck.that build. And this is kind of a very unique build that not a whole lot of players are playing with in terms of the Maliss sphere, essentially. But before I get started, shout outs to my sponsor, Game Guys Entertainment. If you're ever in Houston, stop by. Come play locals, come hang out, come play other card games, anything else. And then also a massive shout out to my team, Team Fafnir. All the members of Team Fafnir, especially Miles, Austin, and Colby. And then special shout out to James over here, and then Talton as well. And then, of course, very special shout out for Miles Valentino, my deck building partner. Me and him mind melded a lot about all the different decks that we play. So going into the deck lists here, playing the 1 Dormouse, of course, the 2 Rabbit, the 3 Chessie, the 3 Hare. And I went with, and then the 2 Field Spell. I'm not playing Terraforming, mainly because we figured that Droll was going to be mained, and we didn't want to play harder into Droll whenever it wasn't necessary. So if we were going to be playing a consistency card, it was going to be the 3rd Allure, which I ended up playing. But this is generally, all of the, engine pieces for Maliss that we played. We went with the 06 instead of TB11, mainly because we built this deck to be a more of a 2-card combo rather than a 1-card combo that would lose to Nib. And 06 actually helps us a lot if the games ever go into a grind or anything like that. And just the versatility that this card provides us is huge. And then the 3 backup, the 1 Wizard, of course, pretty standard. And then the 3 Allure, the 1 Called By. The most broken card ever to be graced the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! In this current format, Super Poly. I don't think I lost a game where I saw this card, ever. The entire regional. This card, absolutely insane. It's an FTK against Pure Yummy. Just Big Mud Dragon called Dark. All right, GG's. It's also a pseudo win con against Draco Tail because of one of the extra deck cards that we are currently playing. And then 3 Bestials, 1 of each. Pseudo Maliss names, essentially. They're just Maliss extenders. Really good into Pure Yummy. Also really good into Mitsu. Just very, very strong cards. And then, of course, the most broken, going second Hand Trap, Fua. Insane card. 3 Ash. Really only in here to be able to stop us getting Fua'd, which I never saw this card whenever I got Fua'd. So it's very saddening. 2 Bell. The reason why we're remaining this is mainly because it's really good just against every deck in the current format right now. If we had room to be able to fit the 3rd, we would have. This card's just really strong just across the board, especially against Yummy and against Mitsu, and and of course hitting the traps against Draco Tail, really good. God card, I mean, Shifter just wins games by itself mostly. And then the sole reason why I'm playing Maliss, Impulse. If you could play Impulse in your deck, you should. And if you could play a deck that can play Impulse, you probably should. Card's insane. Onto the extra deck. Playing 4 Link 1s. And I know a lot of players like to play 2 Ling Greebos. But instead of the second Ling, I'm playing the 1 Link Disciple, mainly just because it's the light attribute for access code, which actually does come up a lot more than you would think. Link Spider, of course, to be able to respect Nib. Which I think a lot of players are now starting to realize that drawing a hand trap plus backup is still full combo as long as you're playing this card, which is still really good. And then, of course, it's also a fire attribute, again, for access code. SP, and then these are the Link 2s. Solid. I mean, these are all pretty much standard whenever it comes to Maliss. There's nothing really integral to talk about there. And then, of course, the best 3 Link monsters currently in the game. A lot better than Snatchies.
Okay.
Just very solid, and then, of course, the 2 boss or the 2 Link 4 and hires access code, just better Splash Mage, allied code, the best inboard piece of all time. And then the 3 super poly targets. Of course, the 2 generics. This is for Draco Tail, and this is the reason why Draco Tail is a pseudo win con. Especially if you couldn't be able to kill him, but you're able to pair Secretarion with SP, then you can constantly be protecting your own Secretarion, so that it forces your Draco Tail opponent to be able to play exceptionally weird, or potentially even end up losing, because then they'll realize, Secretarion's coming back. Oh, okay, so I lose. Then onto the side deck, playing 3 Perulia. The reason why we decided on Perulia instead of Meows, which was, credit to James Conacher over here, mainly just because this card is really good against all matchups for the most part, especially, against Pure Yummy, against Maliss, low key, against K9, all really strong, all very prevalent. Just overall very strong card. Of course, Droll. You have to be able to respect Mitsu. You just have to. There's no and ifs or buts, especially Yummy Mitsu. The third Bell, because if we could main it, we would have. We just really ultimately couldn't find the room. 2 Nibs. The reason why we were citing Nib was mainly just because it's also a really good going first card for us, because a lot of times playing into our board, they're going to summon a lot more than 5 times. So having this is really strong. Plus, just having a way to potentially be able to deal with the Pure Yummy board or the Yummy Mitsu board is still really good. Especially just this, if you really needed to, just this trading with the Arc Light is really strong. And then my going first card, which is, 2 DeFi. Broken card, especially against, Draco Tail. Very, very strong. And the reason why I'm playing the 2 O's was mainly just because this deck has a lot of draw power. Like, going second, you're essentially playing 6 Charmies. Going first, you have 4 cards that say draw 2, and then 1 extra deck card that says draw 1. So that's why we didn't really feel like the third was ultimately necessary. The 1 Talents, just really, really ultimately strong card. I only saw this card once at Fort Worth, and I drew it off of an allure, and this card won me the game. And then this is the spicy tech choice that we decided to go on, which is Forbidden Chalice. We decided on Forbidden Chalice primarily because we figured that K9 was going to be a lot more prevalent. And so we wanted a card to help defend us against a turn 0 play. where a card to be able to stop Holy Sue, a card to be able to stop Izuna or what's his name, Lupus. And then also a card to be able to stop Phimina or the Arthalion bouncing back our board. And so that's ultimately why these cards are in the side. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
So, first question.
Yes.
Will you play with any sleeves that aren't red?
Probably not. Probably not. These are my favorite sleeves. The Fury dual mat, mainly just because they're black on the inside, red on the outside, very smooth. I like them.
Is there anything you would change in the deck?
Honestly, I guess that depends on the format and which decks that we believe are going to be a lot more prevalent. Because we figured that this card was going to be ultimately, or like Chalice, was going to be better, mainly just because we figured that a lot more people were going to be playing decks that have turn 0 plays, especially for whenever I'm going first. I want to be able to stop their turn 0 play. And so, like, if K9 wasn't as popular as it is right now, we probably wouldn't be playing Chalice. We'd probably be playing some other card, either like Dark Ruler, Duster, Lightning Storm, evenly. Just like maybe a generic going second card, or like a Book of Eclipse. That's a good going first or second, but Book of Eclipse is also very tricky to be able to know when to use it, because if your opponent drops that turn 0 play like really early, then the Book of Eclipse booking your own monsters can really, really hurt you.
Anything about the main deck you would change?
Honestly, no. I mean, the 3 allures were spot on. There's been several times where the allures actually got me back into the game. The 3rd allure, like, I had never missed terraforming ever.
Okay, so what were your matchups, real quick?
Oh, my matchups were, I have them written down over here. Round 1, I played against Yummy Mitsu. Round 2, Mermail, which is wild, by the way. Round 3, Yummy Mitsu. Round 4, Gem Knight. Round 5, Pure Yummy. Round 6, Draco Tail Branded. Round 7, which was my first loss, which was against Draco Tail Branded. Round 8, Draco Tail Branded, I won that one. Round 9, I lost to the 4th Draco Tail Branded that I played. And yeah, that's whenever I just pretty much handed him the win, game 3. But he was still a good duelist.
You just had a brain fart.
Yeah, my brain just stopped working. So I mean, sometimes that'll just happen.
Overall, how did you feel about the event?
I felt very good about the event overall. It was very well ran. All the players are very, very cordial, very, very good. Very strong competition, actually, because most of the players that I beat, especially pretty much round 5 and up, were always at the top tables. So very, very strong competition, which made it a very fun event. And worth topping at.
Excellent. All right, everybody. That is Bryce Sharp from Game Guys and Team Fafnir, 7th place at the Fort Worth Regionals. I'm going to edit that.